My name is Chris. I'm here with my son Grant. We're from Houston, here for our third visit of the cerebral palsy protocol. He was born healthy, but after 5 months old, he had bacterial meningitis, which caused the injury to the brain. We did 2 treatments early on with his own cord blood stem cells in the US. He had made some progress, but at the same time, we were doing intensive therapy programs with physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech and feeding therapies, but it was hard to indicate what was driving that progress, and so there wasn't anything significant that stood out directly from those early infusions that he had. And we're searching for other options to continue that treatment going forward, and everywhere we had searched and families we had talked to directed us towards this institute here in Panama as one of the premier options for that treatment. And so after some discussion with the institute here and talking with families who had been through the experience, that's what led us to give this a try. There are options in the US that advertise stem cell treatments, but they don't have a history or a focus on brain injuries with children especially, and it seems more focused around like sports injuries, and they offered to give Grant an infusion, but they don't have any expertise or experience really with that, and so it wasn't as tough of a decision then to come to Panama, just based on the history and the experience and the results that we had heard from other families that had made this decision to. Here at the Panama Institute, we did notice a more significant response or progress in a couple areas, and one of them, I guess the most noticeable had to do with just his weight gain. And then within weeks of our last treatment here, and it could be a coincidence, but it's just the timing worked out that just within weeks of here, he started gaining weight, and he gained 50% of his body weight within maybe 6 months of our last treatment here. And the doctors were really surprised. And then the second piece has to do more on the cognitive side. He is nonverbal, but he is able to communicate using his eyes, and we have an eye gaze device that he can track and indicate words and phrases and communicate through that. And his abilities to communicate using the device or just by even making decisions using his eyes throughout the day, he can help choose what activities he wants to do, when he wants to eat, what he wants to eat or drink, and just being able to have that level of communication and feel like he can make these decisions on his own, to get a sense that he has some independence through decision making and basic communication is rewarding. The Institute here makes it as painless as possible, and we're thankful that in our case we are seeing results that we feel come from this treatment and make it worthwhile. It's been really easy to coordinate with the team here, the hotel, even just the transportation from the airport and all that for families that are traveling with special needs kiddos. It can be challenging going through the airport and the flight and all the luggage and the medical bags and all the carry-ons, and it's a big ordeal. And so the level of support and coordination that's done to help the families really makes a difference. Just the way the arrangements are set up, and they really, the hotel, having the clinic here in the same building as the hotel really makes it a lot easier to manage, and so yeah, it's been a good experience. We decided it would be helpful to share because we remember searching for this kind of feedback, not that long ago. And so if there's other families that are searching for any kind of benefit, or how can they help their son or daughter, then I would say this is definitely something that's worth speaking with the doctors and the specialists and the experts. And it was worth giving it a shot and following through, and we're really thankful that we did, and we're thankful that we had that opportunity.